And good morning, people. Welcome back to Dragon Quest XI. We are on a whirlwind tour of Erdrea. We are doing quests, we're doing little things like just going around and making sure everything's alright, making sure the world isn't going to fall apart the moment we step into the Dark Star surrounding Kalasmos, and fixing that problem. Currently, I'm looking for a hide-and-seek master, and you might have just caught a glimpse of him behind me. Yeah, Zero, the MMA fighter, the one that likes to disappear. We are in the storeroom, the one sort of you needed the magic key to get into. Yeah, this took me a while to find. You, sir, are very good at not wanting to be found. Well, no one in Octagonia has found you, because technically we're not from there. Yeah, who would ever think about a man in a girls' school? Really? You probably shouldn't be here. That's very true. Still, it took me a while. So now we can head back to Heliodor and hand in that quest. We're just going to leave Zero there to disappear into the shadows, I suppose. And while I'm here, I've got 20 mini medals to hand in. Glamour gear for go-getters, or go-getterers. Tiara Trendemissimas and Gladder Rags. Okay, so that's for Silvando. That's just an improved version of his Glad Rags. Erdwin's Shield. And next one is making things with Metal Kings, which I believe is the Metal King weapon set and armor set. So just improvements on the liquid metal things. To be honest, I don't think they're needed. I think they're really good pieces of equipment, but to be honest, if you're up against metal slimes, attack power doesn't matter. You can use the earlier ones and still get the 2s. Erdwin's Shield, though, probably just for the Luminary. Yeah. 10 MP restored each turn. 25% reduction in fire, ice and darkness. Quite a bit of defense and 10% block. That's really nice. That's probably his best shield. more than likely that is probably the Luminary's best shield. And I am going to have to think about it. At the moment, him having two swords is okay, but not great. And I am seriously thinking about going back to Greatsword. But at the moment, I just can't be bothered to really change things around. Things are good enough as they are for how people are set up, essentially. Okay, so Heliodor City downtown. Let's go hand in these two quests. First up, the hide and seek master, giving this kid, all the secrets. Am I going to go back to hand in 10 mini medals? I think I am, aren't I? Do I have any reason to, apart from that? Actually, yeah, let's go hand them in. Mistress Bev, have some divine dew. Oh, so divine dew is, so it's the dew of the Yggdrasil tree is what makes up Pet Pop. I guess that makes sense. Alright, let's go back to the Mini Medal Academy. Let's hand in those 10. While I mark off the one for the do and the hide and seek. I know, I actually made a list of things I was meant to be doing. Shocking. I know we were only just here, Mr. Principal, but have another 10 mini medals. So Metal King swords, Metal King great swords, boomerangs, spears, shields. And we've completely filled his album. But it is not the end of our collecting career. we can actually hand them over for items. Serpent souls, so we can trade them in. Spectralite, which I think that's one of the items you can get from Serpent Souls, so you could just do it here. Uber Agates of Evolution. I'm actually going to need a few of those, and some Pet Pips. Yeah, so pretty much things to get better stuff. These are to help forge the best weapons in the game. I do believe that's a full MP item. I've got 3, wouldn't mind a few more. I've got 4 Spectralite, I don't think I need too many more than that. And Pet Pips will be useful, I would guess. So yeah, we've filled out the medal album. Not quite the end of it, we can just trade in what we've got left. Where are we heading off to next? We are going to go and continue our whirlwind tour. We are going over to the Strand. Because we've done the sky, done quite a lot of the land, we've still got the sea to actually deal with. Yeah, and Michelle and Kai are pretty much going to be here until the end now. Our first port of call, strangely enough, is this island just here. Most of these we are here for keys, key doors. I believe maybe a couple of these I haven't done the enemies, but pretty much most of it is just for keys. Using the key to get these treasure chests. Metal King armor, which is nice. I don't think it's really... Yeah, it's massive amounts of defense and got a good elemental protection. So actually might be good on Hendrik, but don't really want... It's not... Yeah, I think I'd rather have the Twin Eagle armor for that. And you're going to get some better armor later as well, so yeah, we'll have to see what else I can do. It's nice though. Back to the Strand. And yeah, I'm just going to go round every single island that we need. So I will meet you next, straight south of the Strand. The Insula Incognita. At least that's what it says on my notes. Yeah, Insula Incognita. Again, we're here for the locked door, basically. I am going to pick up any of the things I see, like Yggdrasil leaves. That's actually still quite useful. So what's the item we're getting in here? Gifts from the goddess. Sacred circlets and sacred raiments. Nice. Next up, we're going to Slime Island. So, off to Honolulu Sea. I say Honolulu Sea, but we do have a quest we need to hand in out here, don't we? Yep, here's your crystal lily. Free slime crowns. I'm not entirely certain what they'd be useful. Maybe the oh yeah, that would be the metals, the king metal slime items. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of slimes, off to Slime Island. And here we are in Slime Island, or Isla Orientalis if you want to call it that. We're just here to pick up the item from the chest back here, using the ultimate key. Circles of Life. Life rings and skull rings. I would assume one gives life and one gives MP? Maybe? We do actually have a second thing to do over in this area though. You might remember Queen Marina talking about a certain island up in this particular area that we need to play the harp around. It isn't, I don't believe it's this one. I believe it's this one up here. This island just doesn't really have any meaning. Except for this one thing.
The sea, it's boiling.
I hear the tuneless twang of Lorelei's harp. Are you humans in league with the mermaids? Very well. Then I shall deliver your corpses to them as a reminder of who truly rules the waves. Prepare to die! Begone from my realm!
Bathysphere.
Supper!
That's not very nice. You know what? Just sword dance. You are going to, well, do I really need to explain exactly what I'm doing? Because I've done this so many times. I am going to need a bit more healing though. So Veronica, I think it's time for you to come out for Sylvando. And we're going to multi-heal this turn. Yeah, you like to block, but that really shouldn't be surprising. Multi-feet. Yeah. Double up on the oomph. Nice dodge. Yeah, you're fine there, Serena. We're buffing up.
Perhaps this will help.
And with you doubled up on power, same with the Loon Mary, this shouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't mind some criticals, for sure. Oh. Accelerator, I think. And time for you to come out for Veronica again.
Need a little help? What can we do?
That's fine. That is what Omni Hill is for, after all.
Here, Veronica. Thank you.
And you're in the yellow. Yeah, so this is going to be fine. Am I willing to do that? For this? Just for the heck of it? Next turn. Next turn.
You will die!
That was nice and all that, but didn't kill me. Multi-heal. Revamp. And I did say next turn, so Magic Burst.
This is the big one. Hiya!
That wasn't too bad. Not something that you'd really do at the start of a battle, but near the end just to finish it off. And there we go. Bathysphere defeated. Queen Marina is going to be very happy. 50,000 experience points and a bit more gold. And more levels.
Told you I was tough.
Pep up. Am I wanting that? Wouldn't mind this pep up power up over here as well. And of course there is Omni Hill. Just pepping up. This could be his startup move. Pepping up at the very start of battle. Yeah. So I definitely want pep up power up next. So I think we're going to get magical might and pep up power up. Veronica, we need that and that. Okay, so we need still points for that. So, Bathysphere has been defeated. Let me just... Yep, okay. So, let's go back to Nautica. Let's go and give the good news to Queen Marina. I also want to talk to the person in Michelle's house again. See if that has changed in the conversation bit now. No. That's fine. I didn't expect it to, but... Sea Queen's Conch. And now Queen Marina will turn us into a fish again. So we can actually go round the town. Do I need to do that? Is there anything else, anything I actually need here? I don't think there is, but let's go and check the equipment store just to see if they've got anything different. I don't think they do. No, there's nothing else nothing new there that I really need. Alright, next up we're going back to Cobblestone. We've got a quest up on Cobblestone Tor. Let's go and do that. Okay, we're at the very top of this place. It says there's a tree. There it is. Okay. Must find a wife. Okay. To be honest, we weren't alone when we came up here for the first time either. Were we? Mount Panglai Summit. Let's go back and speak to Hugo. We did. We'll take the fantastic though. How good is that compared to just an improvement every single way? And has a 100% chance of a snap, crackle, puff effect at the start of battle. Let's equip it because it is an upgrade, and I actually want to check what snap, crackle, puff does again. Protects a single party member from status ailments. So that at +3, that's automatic status protection for Serena at the start of battle. For I think it's 4 to 5 turns. That sounds really good, actually. It's not worth putting it up in the middle of the fight, but having it at the start of battle automatically, I can see that being a benefit. How are we doing on our quest catalogue though? We've got this one who we need to go to Angular, which is just here. We've got this one which is in Hotto, which we still need to go to. We need to make our way back to Angular for this one. We're here. We still need to go to the battleground, and we need to go back into the labyrinth to find that one. Otherwise the only other ones are Tickington quests, which we will be going to do. Passwords wise, we're just missing one. Where this one is, I couldn't tell you, because this has been question marked for a while. Still, we're here, we might as well go to Anguilla. It's been a long time coming, but we did say we were going to go see Grandmaster Pang. Now is a good time to do that. I did, after we came here quite a while back, I did go and check to see if there was anything in Act 2 that would, like a scene or anything like that, but the scene wasn't there wasn't really any scene itself. It was just, oh, here's something, and we are going to be doing that something anyway, so that it doesn't matter. We have. Magical might and magical mending increased by 50. That's not a small amount. What does that put him up to in terms of that? I haven't really been equipping him too well, but 517 magical might, 490 magical mending, compared to Veronica's 624 magical might and 653 magical mending for Serena. Rab's got that red mage sort of thing. He's good at both, but he doesn't specialize, and the skills that he's got don't really work for how I'm doing things, you could say. He has what, debuffing of attack and defense, which is really good, but I'm more buffing my characters up. I might need to go in the other direction at some point though, because enemies, at least some of the boss enemies, have been wanting to remove positive statuses, but they haven't taken them off of themselves. So a blunt here or a sap there might be more effective than upping my own stats, upping my own strength. I'll think about it. Rab does have his uses, it's just I haven't really needed them. Okay, how's it working out for you? A liquid metal slime has nothing on you. Considering they take 1, maybe 2 damage, sometimes 0, actually most times 0, I don't think that's true. Come back with a blade capable of cutting his steely body, and that's 10 seeds of skill. Really now? The only weapon capable of harming his body is a Legat's blade with a power of +3. Bold enough to test themselves against the will of harma. This has been open. The will of harma has been open for us for a long time, but I haven't gone and done it. Yeah, so we'll work on cutting your pointless pride down to size. So what is this will of harma, you've been thinking? Well, it's something that was originally set up by the monks here as a test. And was accessible to us in Act 2. But, as I said, I didn't come back here after I'd done the things, because there wasn't really any need.
Welcome, Prince of Dundrasil, to Angrilar. I am Pang, Grand Master of the Temple. We humbly swear to honor the ancient agreement, to accept you as a disciple, and cultivate your physical and spiritual strength as best we can. What's the matter? Too many long words? Fine. Allow me to explain it all in terms you'll understand. For as long as anyone can remember, the sons of the Dracilian royal family have been sent here to be educated for 6 years of their youth. As the Crown Prince of Dundrasil, you too were supposed to have come here as a boy and trained under me. When your homeland was destroyed by monsters, the world thought you dead. But still, we held out hope. For many long years, we have awaited your coming.
It's been a long time, Master Pang. Forgive me for not visiting you sooner.
My dear Robert, it has been rather a long time, hasn't it? I must admit, I had thought we would only meet again in the next world. Speaking of which, you look like you've seen a ghost, boy. Though I must admit, I have a similar feeling. It's as if we've met before somewhere. Strange. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I would so like to have a nice, long chat with my lovely new disciple. But there are more important matters at hand. Even from half a world away, I can feel the evil aura emanating from the Dark Star. It is a body of unfathomable wickedness. You mean to destroy it, don't you? Well, it just so happens that there's a special training regime here at the temple that should prepare you to do just that. We call it the Wheel of Harma. I will summon forth the constant cycle of fiendish foes that will push your powers to the very limit. Many have attempted to conquer the wheel, but though the trial has existed for a millennium or more, none have succeeded. If you're feeling brave, speak with the High Lama.
Grandmaster, I have spent years practicing everything you taught me. Focus, discipline, abstinence. Let me show you what I can do.
Very sprightly. I'd like to see how you come along, Rab. You certainly seem a lot more focused than when we last met.
Oh, I'm focused, all right. Come on, you young whippersnappers. What are we waiting for? I have a thing or two to show you. Yep. Hey,
Well, that was obvious.
I take back everything I said. Come here, Robert. We have a record to break.
So was that. Good to see you in this world, Grandmaster Pang, and I'm sure that was cathartic for you. The field of discipline and the will of harma. Yeah, one of the main reasons I didn't do this before is because, yeah, we were going up against Mordegon, but it seems more appropriate we are able to do it now with Klasmos in the air. So let's at least go and deal with the first part of the Will of Harma. Basically what it is a set of battles. First you have to go into the battle, you have to choose your team. That team is set, you can't change it in the actual battle. But it's not simply just that. You have to defeat enemies in a set amount of actions, a set amount of turns, sort of like what Drustan was doing for us in the final parts of his trial. You have access to the first 3 trials in Act 2. However, there are a total of 5. These last 2 don't appear until Act 3. So, let's show the first trial. There are there's a number of battles. For this first trial, there's 2 battles. You can only have a set amount of participants in them. So for the first battle, 1 person. For the second battle, 2 people. I'm going to go with Jade. I'm going to go with the hero and Veronica. Considering we've had access to these for a very long while, this first battle is not hard. You might also notice the rewards there. To just get victory, you get the recipe for the Emperor's New Axe, but if you do it within a certain amount of moves, you get better equipment, or you get other items. So within 8 moves for the Sage's Robe is the best. Well, I wouldn't say it's the best actually, no. You get all of the rewards. That's the best way of saying it actually. You get all of the rewards. So, let's get through the first trial. Deadly Dragon.
Alright, let's go.
Honestly, this thing doesn't stand a chance. It's tough. But it doesn't stand a chance. So we've taken 2 actions so far. It is cumulative. So those 2 actions plus whatever I take in this particular fight. The 4 horrors of Heliodor. Basically enemies... Okay. Enemies from Heliodorian region. The Bunnycorn, the Slime, the Stark Raven and the Toady. Could use Frizzcracker? Nah, not just yet. But really the best way to... I'm just going to do it is Quadra Slash. Just kill everything. This is why I brought Veronica in. Because Kaboomal.
Crash, boom, bang! Veronica wins again.
So we won that in 5 turns. Kaiser Axes for the Emperor's New Axe. So we get a Staff of Divine Wrath, some Saint's Ashes, and a Sage's Robe. And that does give us access to the second trial. Second trial being 3 battles with 4 participants, and we get a load of stuff if we win within 10 moves. So next time, I think we're going to continue on the Will of Harma. How much of this I'm going to do, I'm not completely certain. The first 3 for sure. The 4th and 5th I may come back to later. But yeah, Angular, Will of Harma. Let's see how well we do. Until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.